The airline sector itself in the past few months has seen a lot of movement, and Delta has been no exception to that. It's actually had a lot of volatility itself in here. You can see in the past month, just a lot of ups and downs in here. We were trading basically at those 77s, and we were actually down as low as 60 in the past, I guess starting at the beginning of the year, you could say. So going forward, what does it look like here for us in Delta on this overall weekly chart? Well, we're starting the week out green. That's good. We're up 3% on the day, about $2 almost. We're trading in those $70 handles. A little bit of a pullback in here that we got last week. That's after that big green week that we had in here 3 weeks ago. We were trading up as high as almost in those 77s, about mid 76s there for a while. Going forward, we're going to be looking right here. This is our previous resistance. This is going to be our new resistance once more, since we are back down below this trend line. And that's going to be sitting right in here, right about that 75.5 level. That's going to be something we're watching. And then anything above that, we're looking at that 76.5, 77, and then nice whole numbers working our way up. To the downside in here, large support in here at that 69.45. And then anything below there, it's going to be this lower trend line. That's basically sitting on those mid 65s. Your overall IV rank in here is sitting at 30, and you have about a $2.35 expected move. We're going to take a look at LUV in here, since we are looking at airline companies in here. And you can see that basically over the past month, a lot of volatility has kicked in here as well, with a huge move to the upside in here, really ever since the end of last year. Just a nice little stair here. Here's another stair. So we're just kind of stepping our way up into that $50 range, as you can see. Now, as far as what this weekly chart is kind of telling us here, well, first off, nice green weekly candle in here so far on the week. A shortened week, a nice 6% move on the day, up around $3.14 from last Friday. That's good for us. We're working our way towards that $55 handle. That's going to be the big resistance for us. 55.11 to be more precise, but anything above there, nice whole numbers, 56, 57, until this chart kind of dictates and tells us otherwise. To the downside in here, we're going to look to basically where we opened at today, right around that 51 to 52 mark. And then below there, we're going to be looking down here right around that 49.85. I know we always talk about psych levels and things like that. $50 is going to be a major level for us, but we always kind of overshoot them, right? So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of about 15-cent tolerance in here. 49.85 is the exact target for our support, but really we could get a bounce between there and that $50 range. Anything below there, we're going to be looking down here right around that 47.45, and then we're looking all the way down here right around that 46.23. This is our previous resistance in here that you can see we just kind of blew right past about 3.5 weeks ago. Just bam, just up here now. We're trading close to those mid 55 or mid 50s, and we're going to see where this thing takes us. So a little bit of plateauing in here over the past 3 weeks. So let's see if we can continue this momentum. A little consolidation up here would not hurt us. A reset of the RSI would work too, because we're already up in the 74s. So we need to kind of bring this back down before we start working on that next leg higher. As far as our IV in here, it's 30, about $1.53 expected move priced in by this Friday. Next Friday, $3 all the way up in March, right around a $5 expected move. So all in all, basically a good year for your airlines, especially LUV and Delta. Past couple months, a lot of volatility, as you can see in here. Overall, just nice moves to the upside in here for LUV and Delta. And let's see what happens as we continue on this shortened week in here. Overall, great start to the week in here for the overall markets and the airline sector, and specifically Delta and LUV. All right, guys, if you like this video, make sure to check us out on all of our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all of our socials in the description below.